This game has very weird hit registration. I think they just can't handle the server load of all of the players that are so interested in Call of Duty on console and PC platforms. I think they're a small indie company that doesn't have the money to be able to afford servers for everybody. They just started making games this year, dude. Give them a break. They're new. Look, man, they're new. That's level 25. Okay. I should probably do the AK. But I still want to use the XM. They just hired all the staff this year? Yeah, they did. They fire their staff every year, but especially now because of AI. They fire people every year, but now they're firing everybody. Have you seen all the articles about fucking dev companies or whatever, like game studios completely being wiped of all their employees and replaced by robots? That shit is so crazy. It's way too early for people to be investing that heavily into artificial intelligence. Especially for replacing people's jobs. It's really early for that. AI still can barely even remember facts correctly. We're like replacing people's jobs with it. If you ask it certain difficult like thought questions, it still fucks up the answer sometimes. And we're like, yeah, whatever, man. This guy has been in the industry for 15 years. Fuck that guy. I got AI Greg. AI Greg is way cooler than this guy. I think the AI honestly is like the afterthought of a lot of things that were happening anyway. Yeah, that's true. It was a long time coming. I read a lot of sci-fi books when I was a kid, so I kind of saw that shit coming. As soon as I read it in a book, I was like, yeah, that's entirely plausible. That's not even like fucking science fiction or anything. That's not even Star Trek. That's not even unlikely. That seems like the next logical step for computer systems. For them to think for themselves. If they can fucking program the computer to do all this shit, then why can't they just like make the computer program itself? That doesn't... I'm not surprised. Did you just shoot me with a sniper rifle through the smoke that was created by the... Okay. Alright. What do you have, thermals? Was it just lucky? Was it a random shot in the dark? Nice shot, bitch. That's 3. Okay, shotgun. Shotgun guy. I don't know. It seems like, especially with development cycles being fucking 2 days. Development cycle for this game. Black Ops. Like, how often do they put out a Call of Duty game, right? I know it's different studios, but like, how often are they fucking pumping these things out? They don't really expect them to be high quality products that they develop at the end of the day. They don't really give a fuck if the products are high quality or not. They just want to make sure that people buy their games. So like, what is the point of hiring a bunch of dudes that all cost like $60,000 a year when you can just get AI to make a shitty game for free? Like, you just pay for the license one time, pay like whatever, a couple grand to get the license for the AI program that does it itself. And this shitty ass mid game sells 1 million times to 1 billion fucking people, and you make all the money, and you don't have to worry about employees that complain about overtime and like fucking holidays and all this other shit. It really sucks that it's happening so quickly, and I wish that they would like slow down the process and consider what they're doing to people's livelihoods and the economy as a result of laying people off because AI fucking took their jobs. But it was gonna happen anyway. The real interesting part about it is, what are we gonna see games-wise after that huge like bubble burst of people just replacing actual devs with fake devs? What kind of really high quality games are we gonna see real devs try to develop on their own without the help of a studio or any production company or like any money backing them, with their same old AI tools, like the AI tools that the major corporations start using? If somebody who's actually good at developing games gets their hands on that sort of shit, like Kojima Industries, dude, Kojima's like new dev studio, if they get a hold of that technology and start making Metal Gears that are fucking AI powered, but it's Kojima's brainchild, dude, that's gonna be so much better than any AI slop that they're gonna come up with without real devs. I think putting the two things together, like the two the symbiosis of man and technology in that way of using those tools the right way with the right minds is gonna blow people out of the water, and they're gonna lose all their money. Like companies like fucking this or like EA that are just like replacing people, they're gonna lose so much fucking money because they replaced people in the long run. I hope. I can only hope. But that's how I see it going. At first, there's going to be a mass exodus of people from companies because of the replacement. And then after that happens, it's going to peter out, and people who are in their basements with like 3 devs are going to have access to this high-powered shit. And they're going to make fucking Magnus opuses, dude. All types of crazy shit. They're going to be making the new Mega Mans and shit. Fucking new Marios and shit, like the actual good games. Because they don't have to worry about the coding part. The really difficult part about devs doing their job is not coming up with ideas. It's like coding the game and the time it takes to make all the textures and the models and make all the fucking themes and the UI and all that shit. All the expense comes from the time that it takes to actually put the shit together with your own hands. So if AI can do 90% of that shit, and all you have to do is sit there in an armchair and be like, I want Mega Man to be a woman. It'll just be like, all right, that's cool. What else do you want? I want her to have a cape, and I want her to have a dog that she can use as a platform, but this time it's way cooler. Make it a cat though. It'll just like keep changing shit. You can literally tell it anything. I want Hitman, but I want it to be parkour like Mirror's Edge or whatever, and I want it to have Assassin's Creed storyline. And it'll just like slap that shit together. So eventually it'll be more about creativity and the way that you use your mind with the technology than just the tech itself. I hope. So many good indie games already use procedural generation. I want to see what people can use with the AI tools. That's what I'm saying. They already use procedural generation and they do a really good job. Like, look at Dead Cells. One of my favorite games is Dead Cells because it's very much like Symphony of the Night. To the point that they had a fucking Castlevania expansion. It's pretty much Symphony of the Night. So they use procedural generation because, well, sort of, kind of. Because of the way it's like a roguelike and shit. I mean, the maps are probably in place, but they make every run different by making it a roguelike and making the items random. Games that are actually procedurally generated, not as popular usually. It's hard to get a procedurally generated game to be popular. Like, what was that shit called? The flying one? No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky is big, but like there's nothing in it. There's nothing to do. You laser space rocks. It's not super interesting. So if they had like more advanced tech than that, same idea, but like able to flesh things out better, it would be super successful. It has a cult fan base. Yeah, I'm aware. Some people, it really is a ride or die ass game. You either love that game and you're excited because they added a bunch of new shit and there's like changes to the core mechanics and stuff, or you're like, oh, whatever, man. Cool. Space rocks, got it. But like story-based experiences. So I'm thinking like, you know how they made the whole Final Fantasy VII remake thing? And how it like turned into a big ass project and it takes the devs fucking 15 years to make 3 different games in order to sell the entire story. It's a really cool idea and it's a great packaged game and like the combat is really solid. And overall it's like a B+. B+, A-. That whole idea of a game like that and that length and the amount of size and like the depth of the game, not taking them 15 years and instead taking them just one dev cycle to get all of that packed into one game, that'll be possible all of a sudden. But you could change any number of like aspects of the story or the characters, like all that shit. You can do that on the fly even. So it'll change development cycles in multiple ways that I didn't even consider.
Eliminate the enemy. Take them out.
Not only will you be able to change shit on the fly, but like you'll be able to make the whole game, watch it in its entirety and be like, actually I don't like that part, tweak that part. and like revise it, because in the current dev cycle there's no like rough draft and final draft. They don't have rough draft and final draft. 1.0 is full launch, and it has to be done by a certain date. It has to be done by a certain time. So like they don't get to have a rough draft and then like look it over and figure out if they want to put this product out. They have to put the product out at a certain time. With AI, you'll be able to like do the entire 1.0 launch released version build and then look at it as a dev before it actually comes out and be like, actually I want to change 90% of this, and you could just do that in like a week instead of having to make an entirely new game from scratch with the full like dev size, the team size, and like the time commitment. It'll make games even better because they'll have multiple opportunities to finalize it before it comes out. Man, that sucks. I shot that dude so many times. I knew he was over here. What? Okay. Okay. Oh. I feel like the weird thing about AI is that it has incredible strengths, but it also has really weird limitations. It'll take a lot of work to smooth the edges. I think that you're right in the present day. So like people underestimate very heavily how quickly AI is going to evolve into something that is not recognizable by modern standards. Right now it has a lot of rough edges and it can't even fucking do handwrite. So like we can all agree it's not exactly the best shit at the moment. But I think that that is going to change rapidly at a pace that we've never seen technology evolve before. Son of a bitch, two dudes. So like today it can't do fingers, but like in a month it'll be able to do an entire Pablo Picasso like in a second, and it'll do that on repeat as many times as you want. It'll get very sophisticated very quickly.
Got their long gun.
It'll make a lot of the process of like being a creative person a lot easier for individuals as well. Like when it comes to time management or like expanding into different fields that you otherwise never had time to explore as an individual, it'll make it easier for people to explore their creative interests without having a huge time commitment or investment into any one particular discipline. So like for me, by example, I really like a lot of different fucking things, and there's a lot of things in my life that I would like to do, but I never had the time to study all the things that you could potentially do. So like I want to be an artist, and like I want to do fashion design, and I want to do comic books, and I would also like to do music at some point. And all of these different things would take me like 10 fucking years to figure out how to do competently by myself. With the power of AI, it'll probably take me like 6 months to get really good at any one of those things, because I don't have to do any of it. If I want to make a comic book, I just tell the AI, hey, make me a comic book with these parameters and make it these color palettes and like make it about this story and illustrate that shit. Illustrate it like Todd McFarlane, make it look like Spawn, and it'll just do it. And I don't have to write any of it. I don't have to fucking do any of the storyboarding or like write or draw. I mean, I don't have to draw anything. I don't have to do anything. It just does everything. So I'll be able to make a whole comic book in like a week. And then I'm like, all right, now what do I want to do? It'll make people way more able to pursue their creative interest. I'm also really excited to see what people do when it comes to like other IPs that already exist and like new storylines for IPs, like fan fiction shit. It'll probably make fan fiction writers extremely successful overnight. Because a lot of them have good ideas, they just don't have a way to make their ideas reality a lot of the time. So I'm interested to see what kind of writing we get for Superman as a result of artificial intelligence, because Superman is traditionally very boring. But maybe AI could help make the character more dynamic in different ways from fan-made content. I thought Death of Superman was pretty good, but like other Superman storylines are usually very boring. He's just invulnerable to everything.
Scout force available.
Superman is immune to everything, and you can't kill him. That is the storyline. He has power of the plot. So it's hard to write a character that's interesting that has the power of the plot all the time. Oh, I'm dead here. I gotta move. Damn, almost. Man, even if I hit him at that range, it's so much easier for him to hit me. Head glitch. Head glitching bitches, man. Oh. 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 Hit marker simulator. I'm also interested because companies that have a stranglehold on the market when it comes to games like this are going to be challenged by just no names in their basement. There's going to be so many versions of Call of Duty that don't suck nearly as hard. These companies that keep pushing out crap every 2 years are going to be pressed, man. They're going to be pressed like crazy. People are going to start making good versions of Call of Duty, and they're going to have to compete for once.
Frag going out.
Fan-made, like, pro-approved versions of Call of Duty that are actually fun. Instead of whatever this spawn campy fucking spawn swappy bullshit mess is. A million hit markers, no hit registration on anything. Fucking. It's like 5 skins in the whole game. Modern Warfare had like 18,000 cosmetics. This game has like 5 characters and like 3 guns. It's fucked up. Damn. I will say the movement in this game is pretty tight, but like other than that, it's tough to say a lot of good things about a game where it feels like you get cheated out of kills all the time. Dude, fucking stop camping here.
Get to work.
Bitch ass guy. He just goes to this one spot every time. I almost hit that guy. Think I can hit him from here? Maybe. Nope, I missed. That's usually where he stands. I was close. We almost lost. We lost. Fuck. Damn it. What?
What the heck? They're coming. Go dark.
That guy wasn't even looking at me and he turned around and killed me before I could kill him. I shot him like 7 times. I swear, dude. Hit reg in this game is fucked up.
Clear. Sniper is down.
Sniper is down. So they just say sniper is down for fucking everyone.
Got
They
you.
just say sniper is down all the time. If you have a 3 times scope magnification, you're a sniper. I thought that was bugged, but I guess I was right. Oh yeah? You want to do a bunch of emotes? Watch this. Nice emotes, bitch. I can't see them. Maybe I should level my sniper. I love sniping in this game. It's fun. Except for the aim punch part. That part sucks. Saboteur? Saboteur. Oh yeah, if you put a skin on this gun, it fucks up the homage. The wood grain. I guess you get the wood grain on the handle still. But you lose the wood grain on the front. Oh, there is none on the front in this barrel attachment. Okay. These are all textures from Modern Warfare 2. So they're just straight up recycling assets. These are all camos that were in Modern Warfare. They're just straight up. This is a new one, but everything else here is fucking ripped from the other game. They just don't give a fuck. That's what I'm talking about. Devs are getting hella lazy to the point where they're just reusing assets. Look at Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring, but Jesus Christ. All that shit is reused. Like crazy. I hope the AI also helps with that. where you just don't have to reuse assets anymore. I can just make new assets in 2 seconds. It's going to change everything, man. Every aspect of everything you can think about. It's going to change everything. And it's going to change everything at a pace that you can't possibly even fucking realize. It's so fast. I thought we would at least be 5 years out for people losing their jobs en masse, but like it's already started. That's fucking crazy. It was gonna happen eventually, but like, Jesus. It just seems like a very weird business decision. Prioritizing profit over people is just a weird business decision. Every time. It's never a good idea. Even if you don't like those guys. It's still a better idea to work with humans you don't like than replace them with robots.